Good morning, good morning, good morning, beautiful people. How is everybody doing today? Welcome to Stu Queen B's Thoughts. I'm a Stu Queen B, and this is my channel. We are the Royal Gladiators over here because we never give up, we never get in. I'm feeling refreshed this morning, 8 a.m. My temperature 7.5 before the tea and coffee. The girl are making me some hot tea right now. I feel like today I am about a 7. Yeah, I'll give it a 7. I want this head cold gone. That's what it is. But how's your week been, sis? I'm glad you caught it live too, because I've been missing you in my chat. Y'all know we be having fun and be having conversations. And I like to talk to y'all. But y'all know I don't have an what they say? I don't have an agenda. But my agenda is I have one, but I don't have one. And that is to bring sisters and brothers together on a positive vibe and not on a negative vibe. Y'all know it's a lot going on YouTube, Facebook. It's just everywhere. On the TV screen, everywhere is a mess. This government is a mess. YouTube is a hot mess. I'm gonna talk a little bit about because I can't even I'm not even gonna consider Love and Marriage Huntsville because Dusty Destiny is not on Love and Marriage Huntsville. But that heathen got a lot of balls to post somebody else's kids online when you know That Hotel Hope is not supposed to post them kids, but you think you slick and posted them yourself like that's not gonna be a problem. That's gonna be a problem. And you just made a bigger problem for that man. And the funny thing is she tried to be slick and delete it, but everybody caught it before she deleted it. Nobody cares if it was Martell's birthday the other day. Then you got Sloppy Slaw there, her daughter, which her daughter should not have been on camera at all, because her father said, no, no, I don't want my daughter on camera because you be doing shenanigans stuff. Give me 1 second. Hold on for 1 second. I gotta get this tea because my throat is dry. Hold on. Sorry about that. I had to get that tea because that tea is driving me crazy. My throat, my nothing hurts. I feel fine, but I want to get the rest of this cold out of my head. So that's all I've been drinking is water and hot tea. How's your week been, sis? Everything good besides the little shake, rattle, and roll yesterday? Because I know that had to be a lot. Because I was thinking about, I was like, oh my God, I would lose my mind. That's why I said I will never live in shake and bake land. People are like, what is shake and bake land? Anywhere where they have earthquakes, tornadoes, anything like that that shake the earth, I don't want no parts of it. And I'm not a scary, scary person, but I don't like heights and I don't like having control over who I am. Like some people, it don't phase them at all. I'm like, how can you live with earthquakes and tornadoes and all that stuff all the time? That would drive me nuts. It would drive me nuts. But how's your week been, sis? Mine has been a little moving a little slow, but I'm making progress. Finally finished my financial aid paperwork because they was getting on my nerves, having me look up for stuff that I ain't had in I don't know how long. But I found it. And it wasn't even me. All I can say was God because it was in a place I would never think it would be. But I found my paperwork. So I'm good on that. But other than that, life has just been lifing. Um, I have had it felt like a long week, but once but once 3 o'clock get here, it's like I have no clue what is going on. Because time moves so fast once 3 o'clock get here. So I've just been sitting back, having my own little personal conversation with God and asking him, what is my next step in life? Because normally, when we get 55, 56, that should not even be a thought. We should be able to smoothly roll through life as long as we do what we're supposed to do. But when you have evil people around you that don't want the best for you, they want the worst for you, it puts you in a bad headspace. And I've been dealing with that for quite a few years. Like I just celebrated my 16th anniversary at my job, but I will no longer be there soon. So that's kind of crazy because I put a lot of time and work into that job. But you have people that don't like you, so they nitpick at you. And then you can't even find out what their problem is with you. That's why I tell people when you have an issue with somebody, let them know what the issue is. Don't just say, oh, I don't like this person or plot against them to do bad things to them. You should have a reason to dislike somebody. You shouldn't dislike somebody just to dislike them. Especially when people have covered your as for many years. So I'm thankful in a way because it's like, you know what? That person wants you gonna go. Just go, call it a day, keep it pushing, and do what you need to do for yourself. So I'm in the process of looking for another job. Even if I find one in their system, it's still another job, and I don't have to deal with the hate and stress and ignorance of other people anymore. But they will reap what they sow. Because y'all know if y'all mess with God's children and they ain't doing nothing wrong, promise you gonna get your payback. You don't have to do anything. Just let God handle them. So that's the headspace I'm in right now. I'm letting God handle the evil people. Hey, just the tea, please. Good morning, beautiful, and happy New Year. How you been? How you been, beloved? Yeah, I'm just talking about life. How's life treating you? How is life treating you? Because we are doing Temperature Tuesdays. Like I am making that a day specifically for that. And I decided that I picked my 3 days for class. So I said I'm gonna do every other day so that I don't miss nothing. I don't mess up nothing. I don't get distracted. So my uploads will be up. They will be set up for the days that I have class. Um, Maybe later on in the evening on those days that I have class, I'll pop on. Thank you. I appreciate your love. I really, really do. I appreciate you because I don't know who. Because last time I don't know who watches the replay, who don't. Some people will say something, some people don't. Like I have a lot of people that come through that aren't subscribed. I wish they would subscribe because they would enjoy it. Because if you come by and you watch it and listen, should I say listen, not watch? If you sit and listen anyway, you might as well subscribe to the channel. Nobody will know you subscribed. I have my subscribers list blocked. And if you're a content creator, y'all know most of y'all, it's not gonna pop up to nobody that you follow that other person anyway. So I appreciate you and thank you for watching my replays. I really appreciate it. You have no clue. Because I'm trying to get to this 500, y'all. 2024 is my year. I'm going to make it my year. I got a lot to work on. But as long as God gives me breath to breathe and allows me to continue to stay in a positive space, I got a lot to do. And I'm not going to let nobody, and I mean nobody, stop me from doing what I want to do. Because life is hard. Like adulthood is hard. I tell people all the time, like, tell your kids, don't rush to get grown. Do not rush to get grown. Because they're gonna be mad. Because adult life ain't nothing to play with. Adulthood is no joke. Okay. No matter what you know, no matter what you've learned, none of that. It doesn't make a difference what you know and who you know. See, well, jobs, a lot of jobs, it's like you got to know somebody to get in there. And it's sad because you have people working at jobs that don't have a clue what they doing, but because they know the owner, they know the CEO, or they know somebody organization, in that organization, they'll get the job quick, fast, in a hurry, and don't have a clue what they doing. But they will pass it off as if, oh yeah, I did this. No, I'm not gonna fake in front. If it's something I don't know, I'm gonna say I don't know it. Because when you always constantly say you know something and you don't, child. That's why it says ask her. What is your mental temperature today? Just to please from 0 to 10. How you feeling today? Because we all know right now the government is a mess. They are letting this little orange demon run around here and do all the shit that he is doing and causing havoc and hell in people's lives. I hope that that mother and daughter duo, I hope they sue the pants off of his ass because you put them at risk for anybody just to pop up and try to do something to them, and that's wrong. It's like you don't even know them people. Why you messing with them? They ain't make you lose that election, bastard. You lost it on your own. Medium. So I'll say medium is like a 5.5 to a 6. Would that be correct, just the T, please? Between 5 and 6. That's as medium as I can get it. But yeah, the government is a mess. That man should not be allowed to run for president ever again. He has shown enough personal secrets with other countries as it is. So y'all want to let the United States have a dictator. That's what it seems like to me. That they want the United States to have dictators too. Because if they let that thing in that office again, he will never leave. And people could pretend like he won't. I mean, that he will leave. But if they can't make him stand up for the shit he has done now, and in the last 5, 6 years, they're not going to do anything else about it. And that's sad because if that was Barack Obama would be hidden in a bunker down in the bottom of the White House until they decided what to do with that man. Him and his whole entire family would come up missing just so they could figure out how they could make this man look bad, how they could try to snatch his presidency from him, all kinds of stuff. And I'm like, but this orange demon, people put him in office because he was a reality show host. People talking about he's a good businessman. He's not a good businessman. That man is a horrible businessman. He lies about every dime he makes, just like he made what they said, 7 point something million dollars while he was in the presidency with foreign countries letting him use his hotels and all that other stuff and was charging all these big bucks, but try to act like he wasn't doing none of that crooked shit, but he was. And that's the sad part about it because they don't even hold him responsible for that. You are not supposed to be working or running any companies while you are the president of the United States. He lied and said his sons was running it. But what they do, they getting money from other foreign countries too. Him and his daughters. Because my thing is when they gonna hold them accountable as well. Just like, did y'all watch the Shannon Sharp interview with Cat Williams? Like I said, y'all know Saturday is chit chat day. It's about talking about whatever's going on in life, whatever's going on in your life, what's going on in the world. I watched that Shannon Sharp video yesterday, and I was in tears because Cat Williams was cutting nobody no slack. Nobody. He let them people know, look, I know all the things y'all have done. Y'all sitting here lying to these people. He blasted Steve Harvey. He blasted Ricky Smiley. He blasted Kevin Hart. And when you think about all the things he said, it's true. Mark Curry, which is a comedian, and I actually like Mark Curry. Mark Curry has always been a good comedian to me. It's just that he didn't get his just due. And then to find out that Steve Harvey stole the concept, this is all alleged in my opinion, but it really ain't because Cat Williams said it yesterday. Well, day before yesterday, but I watched it yesterday. Good morning, Marie, with your beautiful self. How are you, sis? How's it going today? But yeah, he said Steve Harvey stole Mark Curry's story. And I think about it, I'm like, he damn sure did. Because I watched Mark Curry's TV show when he was the principal and all of that stuff. And then Steve Harvey did it. And then act like he don't want to be a superstar. He talked about Bernie Mac, which was one of my favorite, favorite, favorite comedians. I am doing kind of well today, sis. Like I said, I am at I am like about a 6.5, 7. That's what I'm gonna take it to. 6.5, 7. I said 7 before. No, I said 6 before. I said 7 before, but I'll say 6.5 to 7 is where I'm at. I'm in a good mood this morning, and I'm not gonna let nobody take me out of that mood. How are you feeling today? How's life treating you, sis? Because I haven't seen anybody in it for like a minute. But y'all know I was sick, so. But I still tried to come online, but I'm like, my voice sound horrible half the time. My voice sounds too deep to me as it is. So when I'm sick, I really sound crazy. I be cussing people out if I answer my phone. Excuse me, sir. I'm like, I ain't no damn sir. I'm a damn woman. I got a head cold. Leave me alone. But back to Kevin Hart. Cat Williams and Shannon Sharp. That interview was phenomenal. And I have always said about Cat Williams, I don't care what nobody say about Cat Williams. Cat Williams funny as hell. He may do and repeat some things that he talk about, but when I listened to that interview yesterday, it blew my mind because I could see what he was talking about. When he talked about Steve Harvey still in the same concept that Mark Curry did. When he talked about who was it? How they did Bertie Mac so bad. Because everybody know. I went to see the Kings of Comedy on my own, by myself, and I had a ball. Okay? I don't know where my book went or my shirt, but I had a ball. And the funniest comedian on there to me was Bernie Mac. I love me some DL Hughley. Don't get it twisted. But if y'all pay attention to if you didn't watch that video, Shannon Sharp's interview with Cat Williams, I need y'all to watch that video. Because the way he be breaking stuff down, and I was like, "Ooh, tell it, Cat." And I like him because he don't hold no punches. He gonna say what he gotta say. He gonna mean what he say. He gonna mean what he say. So I like Cat Williams for that. But when he told, when he said that Ricky Smiley had the nerve to lie and say how he was supposed to be the pimp in Friday. Girl, that interview was so good. He was like, that was not gonna be his part. That was my part because I wrote the damn thing. I was like, ooh, tell it, Cat. Tell the business. Tell it, because he was telling it like it was the other day, and I was hollering. And I said, that's true. Steve Harvey did the melanin deficient jobs, like, Family Feud and stuff like that. He did his talk show. It was cool. But when he talked about how all of them are married to a woman that kind of looks similar, Cat Williams is hilarious. He was like, who's been married to somebody for so long that can't nobody have a conversation with that woman? Can't nobody interview that woman? That woman don't say nothing, but she run everything. I was in stitches, and I said, "Yep, that she do. She running everything. She run, she running Steve ass. That's for damn sure. She running his ass, and everybody know it. Her ex-husband done told it how she is. That's why I said when they interfered in her daughter dating Michael B. Jordan, I was mad. But then I thought about it. I was like, wait a minute, why are you mad? Because I'm like, that boy seemed to love that girl. And he put a lot into showing her he appreciated her, that he loved her, he wanted to be with her. But because your mama said no, you leave that man alone? Girl, you crazy as hell. Your mama wants you to do the same shit she did. She want her to go out here and find a hustler or somebody that just makes some money, and that's gonna sit and take care of her. That's what she wants. Because her daughter has been with enough people that she don't need to be going through all that. Why are you trying to turn your daughter? Because that's how I feel. That's my personal opinion. Why are you trying to turn your daughter into you? Like even when Cat Williams said Steve Harvey was talking about how his wife, his first wife, was the reason why he's where he is, and this and that, and this and that. And the next thing he married Marjorie, and it's like, oh, she's the reason. It's like, no. He's just like he said, Steve Harvey never been homeless. He said that was my story. I was like, oh shit. Because even Steve Harvey's first wife said Steve was never homeless. But that's the story he keeps passing around. That he was homeless and slept in his car. Girl, Cat Williams is too smart for his own self. I listened to the whole thing too. I said I'm gonna go back and listen to it again. Because when he talked about reading the Bible, that made me look at him a different way. And the only reason why I say that is because he said he wanted God to be his best friend. Now, if that ain't powerful, I don't know what is. For him to be a child, he's a child prodigy, basically. And the rest of them goofballs don't know what to do with themselves. Like, yeah, they all got radio shows and stuff like that, but that's not what most comedians do. Most comedians like to be out there on that stage. That's what most comedians like. They like to be out there on that stage. Even when he talked about Gary Owens. I love Gary Owens. Gary Owens cracks me the hell up. He could be white all day. I don't care. Well, excuse me, melanin deficient. He could be melanin deficient all day. I love me some because he don't have no sense. He don't have no sense. And then Cat Williams said he said if he was there when Cedric the Entertainer was there, he said he'd have punched him in his stomach and bust his stomach. Yo, when he said that, I hollered. I said, "Oh my God!" He said he wanted to bust him in the stomach. He said, how you gonna sit up there with your stomach way up here and act like you fine?" No, that mm-mm. He ain't crazy. He do crazy things. But if you pay attention, even when he get locked up, he get right out. He gets right out. Like, I still laugh at Cat Williams when he got in the fight with that little boy. Y'all remember he got in that fight with that little boy at that school? They just try to always say Cat Williams is high off of something. Yeah, he be drunk or he be smoking weed. Like, what's the problem? What's the problem? Child, most people do worse than that. They tell you all the time. Comedians tell you all the time. Comedians have a dark sense of humor because either they lived through so much, they've been through so much. That's like Mike Epps. Mike Epps got in what his story was, and I hope it's true. Mike Epps got into comedy because a friend baited him to get on stage to do some comedy. And anyone come through, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. If you're in the bushes, feel free to drop down and join the conversation. We are just talking about right now, we're talking about the Shannon Sharp interview with Cat Williams. And when he said Ricky Smiley in that damn dress, I hollered. He said he put in his contract he will only work with he will only work with Ricky Smiley if Ricky Smiley is in a dress. When he said that, I hollered because he said the next time he said every time you see him, he doing that same old lady. That old lady don't get old. That lady don't get old or nothing. Now, Ricky Smiley is a good host. He's a good host. I don't see him as a good comedian, but I give him props because he raised his nieces and nephews and his kids and everybody can I give him mad props as a man for that because most men don't do that. No, let me take that back. Men do that. Most boys don't do that. Let me separate the two. And yes, Shannon Sharp is a great interviewer. I loved even what he had on. I was telling my son, I was like, I think you would look good in that. He's like, nah, it's because he got on the muscles. I said, no, it's just the material. That material looks so soft and cozy. Even where they was sitting, I was just like, when Shannon, when y'all gonna have them clean your fireplace? Because it looked like the fireplace trying to catch on fire to me. That's what I was looking at. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. I love his setup. That cognac looked like it's good. And I don't even drink, but it looked like it's good. I know it's expensive as hell, but it looked good. And I said, oh, I think I want to try some, but I don't know if I really want to. Let's see. If you notice the clapback cat are minimal because he's like, the truth is hard to refute. Absolutely. Absolutely. So if especially if you're a person that loves stand-up comedy, and I went to see Gary Owens, I seen live. I seen the Hughley live. He came to my hometown. I seen a couple of other comedians, new ones, old ones, and then I had a ball. And I went by myself. My cousin was like, "You always disappearing on people." No, because my thing is this: if I want to see something, I don't want to wait for somebody else to decide. Yeah, I want to do it too. I've always been an individual. I don't care. Like I could go to somewhere by myself. I don't have a problem with going to be entertained by myself. Like I'm a Savion Glover fan, and every time Savion Glover shows up at that state theater, I am there. That's why I tell people I like a bunch of different things. Sorry if I sound like I'm floating back and forth, y'all. It's just that I'm trying to finish making this tea, and I got to make sure it's sweet enough. I don't like no bitter tea. But Shannon Sharp is sharp. I don't think he's a fine individual, but he's handsome in his own way. But I love how he let Cat be himself. Now the funny stuff was when Cat started bringing up Diddy in him, and I was hollering. I was like, "Oh my god!" Nobody knew what to do. Shannon Sharp was losing his mind, like, "Oh my god, please stop saying these people's names. You're gonna get me in trouble." And I was in hysterics laughing at that. I was like, because these people, you out of honey, try. Hmm. Hey, BJ, it's my beautiful sis, BJ. She called us live today. Hey, sis, what's going on, beautiful? I said, I know y'all cussing me out because I got phone calls to make, so don't y'all be mad at me. But I ain't want y'all to think I was some man calling you because my voice was jacked up, something terrible. But I still caught up on some lives. Also, a heads up, the daily devotion for the 5th and the 6th is uploading this afternoon. And also a grace for today is a grace for today. And also I did what is it called? Oh, the Women of the Bible. Chad, I don't know how I forgot that. And I did one of those. So those will be uploading today. I separated the hours so they're not so close in proximity because I said I wanted to make sure I got those out to y'all because I know a sister been slacking, but a sister been slacking because the sister ain't been feeling good and she ain't been feeling like doing nothing. But Cat Williams was a prodigy. I never knew he was a prodigy. I never knew that. And the fact that he said, and that made me fall in love with him even more because I love Cat Williams. I could watch Cat Williams stand up any day because he is funny as hell. But when he had that fight with that little boy at that schoolyard, I can't get that out my head because that little boy whooped his ass and it was hilarious as hell. I was like, why is Cat picking fights with kids? I know you little. But then when he said he been 5'5" since he was in grammar school, I was like, I thought I was bad. He is a half an inch taller than me. I'm 5'4". He is a half he is a half an inch taller than me. That's crazy. I knew he was a short dude, but I didn't know he was that short. BJ, how you feeling, sis? That's right. Remember to hit that like button. Child, the kids will always distract you. They will always distract you. They will all that's their job, child. I had to learn the hard way. That's their job. You be having this good old time, good old conversation on the phone. I don't care where you at. But when kids be like, mm-mm, she look like she having too much fun. Let me go interrupt her piece real quick. That's what kids do. That's why my cousin made it a thing. And he was like, you know why you have kids? You have kids to make them do the stuff that you don't feel like doing. I saw two little boys beat a man down. I was like, where are these kids' mother? They look like 10 and 11. They might have been. Because these little kids is off the hook these days. I promise you they are. But that little boy whooped Cat Williams' ass, and that shit was funny as all get out. I was like, why you picking fights with kids, Cat? The little boy was just a couple of inches taller than Cat, but he whooped Cat ass in that yard. And I never laughed so hard in my life. I was like, Cat, why are you out here fighting the kids? I know a lot of grown folks be like, yo, I fight kids too. Cat Williams is one of those people. I used to have a neighbor. She was like, I don't care how old you are, blind, crippling, crazy. As long as you can talk, you deserve to get your ass beat. I was like, what the hell? She's like, girl, I don't care if you're a child. I don't care if you're a child. I don't care if you're an adult. I don't care about none of that. I was like, these people are nuts. Yeah. Plus from playing them damn games too. Child. Them games teach them how to fight. But I'm like, what in the hell is going on? But that interview was a powerful, powerful interview, and it made me look at Cat Williams in a whole different light. He like even when he talked about Kanye, he was like, Kanye married that hoe. That's what he wanted to do. And I died. He was like, what? Shannon Sharp was like, come on, Cat. He's like, I'm just saying. He knew. He said, I ain't calling her a hoe. But he knew she was a hoe. That's why he married her. I was like, yo. I said, I can't stop laughing. I said, Cat gonna make me hurt myself today trying to listen to him and his mess. I want to know what's up going on with his hair. Because I'm like, did he get dreads in his hair? He got braids in his hair now because he had that hat on. And he was chilling. But I love when men speak their truth because a lot of men don't. A lot of men don't speak their truth. And Cat Williams spoke his truth. And he was like, if you just go back and look at stuff. And I said, that's what I'm gonna do. Certain things that was said and done, I'm gonna go back and listen to. Because I like to see when somebody say something happened, I want to look at it and see. Because even if anybody did any of y'all ever get to go see the Kings of Comedy? I'm gonna ask y'all that first. Did any of y'all go see the Kings of Comedy? Put a one in the chat if you seen the Kings of Comedy live, not just on TV, but live. Because that was one hell of a stand-up show. Like I said, girl, I loved it. And come to find out, even when Cat Williams said that was supposed to be Steve Harvey's stand-up. Yeah, see, I seen them live. I went to New York. I got my butt on a train and took my tail to New York and went to the live show by myself, and I had a ball. I had a ball. I love when Bernie Mac come out. I don't care what nobody say, what nobody whatever. That man right there, now he's a king of comedy because he takes things and he makes them so crazy. You'll be looking like, what in the hell? I miss Bernie Mac. I like Cedric's I like Cedric the Entertainers. I liked his part of the show. It was really, really nice. It was funny as hell to me, but I didn't know he stole it and was stealing some things. And I was like, "Dag." Like, even when Cat said that he had 12 specials, 12. They said, "Ask where Steve Harvey's special at. Ask where Cedric the" he was like, "Cedric the Entertainer got a couple of live." He's like, "And some of them you can't even find on Tubi or on on Netflix." When he said Tubi, I said, "Ooh, you know that's wrong." But that was funny as hell. I was like, "Ooh, not Tubi." Just the T, please. You need to go over to Shannon Sharp's live and watch that interview if you did not watch it. That interview was so good. It put a lot of things in perspective for me because I used to look at Steve Harvey's show And remember hanging with Mr. Cooper. That was one of my shows. I used to love hanging with Mr. Cooper, but I never put them together. So now with Cat saying, I'm like, he damn sure did still his show. Like, oh, like even if you look at it, DL Hughley was a part of that clique then, but DL Hughley's not a part of that clique now because he see what they did to Bernie and all the bull crap that they put out there and try to make it seem like Bernie was trying to jump off of other people's coattails. That man was funny from day one. My favorite line from Bernie Mac, y'all excuse my language, but my favorite line of all from Bernie Mac is, "I ain't scared of you motherfuckers." That is my favorite line. My favorite li It will forever be my favorite line of Bernie Mac's. I like Cedric a little bit, but he's not really, to me, a big time comedian. And, like, even Cat was like, "You ain't seen none of them people down at the different spots in LA that people was, getting on stage and doing." He was like, even with Kevin Hart, he said Kevin Hart was on the East Coast. All of a sudden, he pops out with Soul Plane. They was like, "Y'all ain't never seen Kevin Hart really on too many tours." And I was like, "Damn, he got specials. Yeah, he do got specials." But I'm sorry, y'all. I just had a goofy thought in my head because everybody know that Kevin Hart is trying to sue Tasha K. And it's like, man, you wouldn't have nobody to try to sue if you stopped cheating on your wives. You would have nothing to do or want to have to sue nobody or say nothing. Keep your pecker in your pants. What is wrong with men? Why can't they keep their peckers in their pants and save it for the woman that they married, that they went before God and married? What's the sense of leaving your first wife for a new wife for you to cheat on her too? Tell me how that makes sense. I figured if you pick somebody else to marry that you love them oh so much and you would never do. I'm like, what the hell? Kevin Hart is funny to me sometimes. Yeah, his little lying ass. He funny to me sometimes, but he has started to do the same thing that I said Cat started to do, and that was repeat some of his comedy. Even though certain things are the funniest coming from the person that wrote it, but when you run across people that ain't wrote shit and they saying lines and it don't fit you right. You know what I mean? Like even knowing that Kevin and Kel and a lot of other comics wrote for what's that damn show? What is the name of that stupid ass show? SNL, Saturday Night Live. A lot of them wrote for them. Yeah, he used to be funny when he first came out, but now he not funny to me no more. And then Cat was like, "Yeah, look at his documentary he did about himself. You see, he ain't did all of the stuff he claimed he did because his documentary don't even add up to what he said he did." He used to be funny for a while, but it's like now everything is just running the same way. But Shannon Sharp talked about him. He talked about Diddy. He talked he talked about Martin Lawrence for a quick second, but she really didn't even dog Martin Lawrence out. He didn't dog out DL Hughley because he know DL Hughley is in the same boat they in. DL get out on that stage and do his work. He not sitting behind a desk all the time. He got his podcast, he got a radio show, he got all that, but that man still goes on tour and does comedy. I ain't heard of Steve and them doing comedy shows damn near since the Kings of Comedy. They need a new Kings of Comedy, just like they needed a new Queens of Comedy. Because some of them people that was on Queens of Comedy, I like them too. But for a new age, they need to bring some new young talent on that are really, really funny. Just like he talked about Michael Blackson. I didn't think Michael Blackson was actually African. Then it come to find out he really is African, but you portraying an African, and that sounds stupid to me. Am I the only one that feel that way? Girl. Oh my God. That I know it's not right to laugh, but that man jumped across that damn he jumped across that damn desk so quick. That lady couldn't even blink. You hear me? Was like, yo, you already in trouble for putting your hands on people, and you get mad because she ain't just give you a slap on the hand, so you jump across, you jump across the damn judge's desk and attack her, knocked her down. That's what I don't understand. That's why I said I'd rather be single. Because it's like, why am I going to do all of this? You wasted money, all this money on this beautiful, extravagant wedding. You used this wedding and had this party afterwards and spent all this money. You make babies with the lady, and you want to cheat on her. I don't get it. It's like what you get married for. Just stay single. He used to be funny to me. Kevin used to be funny to me, but he ain't funny to me no more. I like when he playing certain things, but other than that, like when he plays that little rabbit, what's the name of that damn cartoon movie? When he play that rabbit, child, that tickles my heart because he a little black dude, but he playing a little white bunny. That tickles the shit out of me. I'm sorry. It makes me laugh. I don't care because it's like, yo, where you people come from? I never knew Cat did voiceovers, and I'm glad to find out. So I'm going to check his IMB so I can find out. But I didn't know he did voiceovers. And I didn't know. I'm going to have to do some digging into Cat Williams myself so I can find out some more things about him because I am intrigued. I've always liked him, but I am more intrigued now than ever to know that he has been such a smart child since he was a little kid and was always reading books. I love Dave Chappelle too. I love Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle is one of those comedians that tries to use things that are happening in life and make them funny. But I love the fact that he did not sell his soul for that $5 million. It was a 50 to do that special because everybody's not out here selling their soul to the devil just to get a buck. We know there's a lot of people that are these days, but everybody ain't out here selling their souls just to get a buck. And I appreciate him for that. But you know what also kills me? And that he didn't say nothing about? Because Dave Chappelle is married to an Asian lady, which I never knew. I never knew that. Just like I found out that what's his name? Yep, he used to be funny. He tired, child. He done wrote so much stuff for people. He ain't got nothing else left to say. That's what it is. Dave Chappelle has said so much. But when see, I'm an old head. So I used to love every time that what's the name of the show? Oh my god. It was just in my head. I recorded every one of the not Comic View, but well, I can't think of the name of it. That Russell Simmons in had. But that comedy show, I videotaped every comedian on there. Every one. It's like back in the day, we used to have the old school music used to come on late at night. I used to record those too because I'm a music junkie. But to find out he had a lot of shit on his plate. Like that's why I always look at Steve Harvey sideways too, because it's like, okay, Shirley Strawberry been with you for how many years, and why she broke? I know it's because of that fake husband she had, but y'all really must not be paying her much or nothing if she broke and she don't even have a house to live in. Like you think about it. She sound like she's just a regular woman that works in an office somewhere, gets a regular check, and She living paycheck to paycheck. And I kind of feel sorry for her in a way, but I hope that she's able to let go and let God, and also stay away from that man because that man don't mean her no good. That man, and hopefully she's been able to get that marriage annulled as well. Because I do believe he's still married to one other person still. There you go, sis. That's exactly what I'm saying. I like him in movies. I just don't want to see him in no stand up. If it's stand up, it's gonna be on. I'm gonna watch it on TV. I'm not going no movies to pay for it to watch. I'm not doing none of that. But that was amazing to me. And if y'all are Melody Street Rogers fans, y'all know she still has her sale going on her products. I think it's 30% off if you use New Year. So if you like them products, because I want to get me some stuff for my face bad. I have my father's skin, so I have a lot of moles. And I can't stand it. Dave Chappelle is hilarious, but I didn't know for many years. I never knew he was married to an Asian lady, and when I found that out, I was shocked. I was like, Dave Chappelle and an Asian lady, but okay. Then I found out that what's his name? Forrest Whitaker's wife just passed away not too long ago. I didn't even know he was married. She looked mixed. I don't know, but she was very, very frail, and people were trying to make it seem like it was his fault that she was doing that. And I'm like, I don't understand how women let men dictate to them their weight, their hair. Like I've seen people ask questions like, "Do you have to ask your husband to cut your hair off?" What? Ask Why would I have to ever ask if I had a husband? Why would I have to ask him if I can cut my hair off? It's my hair. I don't ask him if he can cut if he don't ask him if he can cut his hair. It's my damn hair. Our hair is our crown and our glory, and we have the right to adjust it any way we feel. That's our self-expression. We don't tell men how to self-express. Just like I'm gonna ask y'all this question. 'Cause me and my cousin talked about this question the other day. And I be wanting a lot of people's thoughts on this. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Because I'm gonna tell y'all what I think. You know I do. My question for y'all is who do you feed first? Your husband, your children, or yourself? I want y'all to answer that question. And anybody catching this on the replay, answer that question for me. I would appreciate it. Leave a comment down below and let me know your answer to that question. Who do you feed first? Your husband, your children, or yourself? Y'all give me an answer for that because I want to know what y'all feel about that question. I'm waiting. I'll wait. I'll wait. Yeah, his wife is Asian, child. Yep, she a little Asian lady. Come on, y'all. I want to answer. Who do you feed first? Your husband, your children, or yourself? Answer that question in the chat. Who do you feed first in your household? Who would you feed first? Would you feed your husband first? Would you feed your children first? Or would you feed yourself first? That's the question. Y'all know it's a method always to my madness. So that's the question. I want to know where people minds are at and how they feel. Because me myself, even if I was married, I'm feeding my kids first. That's just me. I brought them kids into this world. It is my job to take care of them and protect them and feed them and clothe them and all that. A man can feed himself. That's what I'm talking about. Do you know a lot of women, a lot of special women? She said, "Me first." You know, you so wrong. Sis said, "I'm feeding me first." She said, "I'm feeding me first. I'm feeding my children first. I would be feeding my children first." Let me tell you something. People, I understand a man is supposed to be the head of the household, but lots of times you have men that can't fix nothing. How you a head of household? I know somebody that has a brother-in-law, a cousin-in-law. That sounds stupid. Whatever, cousin-in-law, and they married this man. He can't put up a bookshelf. He can't change a tire. He can't hook up cable cord. He can't do nothing. And I'm like, what you marry that fool for? You supposed to marry somebody, first of all, that's equally yoked with you and y'all on the same page. You're supposed to marry somebody that can do something. Don't just marry somebody just to get married. That's why I'm still single. I've been asked to be married, but I'm like, look, you don't want to do what you're supposed to do now. You think I'm gonna be a fool and marry you and you still do the same stuff too? No. But a lot of women, I know. Trust me, I had one. And I was like, what the hell? What the something fudge? I was like, mm-mm, no, that ain't how that goes. But I know men can't feed themselves. But would you know what I learned to start saying? I say it around anybody, I don't care. I say the Bible said a man don't work, a man don't eat. So if you ain't bringing no money in the house, you don't eat. I'm not feeding you and you ain't feeding me mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. You have to feed people and your counterpart with a lot of things, not just food. But when you have kids, those are your sole responsibility. So it is your sole responsibility to take care of those children first, not that man. People think, oh, that's the king of my household. He could be the king, no problem. But you still feed your children first. Because technically, if he a man's man, he out working anyway. Okay. So if y'all don't sit down and eat together, your children should always eat first. Always should eat first. But that's the problem with a lot of women. They believe that they're supposed to feed that man first. Why? Because you sleep with him every night. You gave birth to them kids. That's how I feel. I may feel wrong, but that's how I feel. If I gave birth to them kids, they're my responsibility. Thank you. I do the same thing. I taught my son how to wash. My son been washing his clothes on his own since he was 10. I let him learn how to cook. He liked eggs at the time, but he don't eat them no more. I let him learn how to cook his chicken Alfredo. I let him learn a bunch of different things, and now as he's older, he know how to cook a whole bunch of stuff that he like. He eats stuff I don't even eat. My son be on a health kick, and I be like, "Oh, I wish I could do that." But a lot of women are messing their sons up because they're not teaching them how to cook. So many people live in this microwave age that they're not paying attention to teaching their sons that they need to be able to cook for themselves. Don't worry about a woman always cooking for you, because you ain't always gonna have a woman around to cook for you. You need to be able to cook for yourself first. Because see, some men don't realize women love a man that can cook. We love a man that can cook. It ain't about nothing else. But I have talked y'all to death for an hour, and I think that other live is getting ready to play anyway. I don't care. But I thank y'all for coming to hang with me for a little bit. I might pop back up later. I don't know yet. But I do got some stuff to watch. But if you have not checked out that Shannon Sharp video it is on YouTube. That man has made over 16 million he has already had 16 million views on that one video. Just imagine the money he getting for it. Okay? It is 12 o'clock. Do you know where your children are? Remember that commercial? But Imma end this live. I thank y'all for coming to rock with me and hang with me for a little bit. I really, really do. I appreciate y'all. I'm glad my BJ was able to catch the live. I'm glad Miss Bugs was able to catch the live. I'm happy and pleased to see Just the T Please in the building. I thank you, beloved, for coming through. Let's see, because I know what us women can be like. So I teach my son not to depend on a woman, even though I'm a woman body. Girl, hello. You gotta let them know, school them on women because women will play them like a fiddle if we don't teach them properly. And that's why I always say, talk to your kids. A lot of people don't like to talk to their kids. They talk to them like they their friends. Me and my son have not become friends until he moved out of my house and was paying his own bills. We are friends now. I'm still his mama, but we are friends now. So we will find another deep conversation to have next Saturday. And I thank y'all for coming through. And whoever created, what does this say? Humble something, humble creations. Whoever Humble Creations is, thank you for the beautiful artwork. I know I stole it. I didn't ask for it. I just saw it and I took it. I'll give you props for your graphics because it's amazing. I thank everybody that came through and hang out with me for a little bit. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Girl, ooh, you got it on both sides. Now that would drive me crazy. I'd be in jail if I had a daughter. I used to want a daughter, but that would have drove me crazy because I'd be like, yeah, I'm going to jail because these little boys in these streets is off the hook. Okay, they're off the hook. But I am going to end this live now. I might come back later on if I can get some more of this mess out of my head. But like I said, there is a daily devotion that will be uploading today for 5 and 6, January 6th and January 5th and January 6th. There's also a grace for today that will upload today. They are pre-recorded videos. So please do still stop by and check those videos out and listen to them. Drop some crowns in the chat for yourselves. Y'all make my day go by so much faster. Y'all have no clue. And I appreciate y'all. Many may not come, but in due time they will. And I leave that in God's hands. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Again, talk to your children. Have conversations with them to make sure that they know what life is about and what's going on out here in this world. With that being said, my beautiful people, it is a Stu Queen Bee out. Have a blessed day.
I need you in the morning, but I need you now. Yeah, I know why I gave you all you need. I know what you like. I feel it coming.